They got terms like junk DNA. There's no such thing as junk DNA.
You just see it as junk.
That's what you see it, right? So you gonna call it junk DNA? There's no junk in nature.
There was empires in Africa called Kush, Timbuktu, where every race came to get books. My success to you, even if you wish me the opposite. Sooner or later, we'll all see who the prophet is.
Subscribe. Don't this up.
So, all of this information that you've ascertained over the years, and you're still learning, and you use the music as a vehicle to take that information out to others. How is it a symbiotic relationship where as you do the music you learn, and as you learn you do the music? Is it like a cycle for you? It just keeps going by way of your genetics, or is it is there an end to the cycle? You understand?
Yes. There's actually two questions in there, because, or maybe two answers, because you touched on genetics at the beginning and then moved over to music and learning. The quick answer to your question is that music is a choice for me. I don't think I learn through music. I don't think I do. Music is always one way to me. Like some musicians learn from their music. Something's playing. Like I could be, okay, wait. I'm just thinking this to myself. When I hear a beat play, boom, perhaps something's playing. It's speaking to me. It's telling me a story. Sometimes when I'm writing, I'm inspired based on the music. The music comes on, and you could say, wow, that sounds dark and gloomy. So I'm going to rhyme about some dark and gloomy something. This seems happy. Some music, hey, oh, the music's talking to you. So in that regard, yes, the music, I can learn from the music. It can draw certain things out of me. I can be inspired in that way. But the core of your question is, no, I learn first, and then I apply it to the music. I love to read. And matter of fact, forget reading. I love knowledge and awareness. Not throw knowledge, right? Knowing. Awareness. I like the idea. I like the sensation of being ignorant. I revel in that. I like ignorance too. And so I revel in the fact of being ignorant and then knowing. It's like, I didn't know how to do that yesterday. Today I do. I am better than I was yesterday. I have really expanded. That's what ignorance and the play between ignorance and knowledge, or awareness, I should say. And I love that. I revel in that. It's a weird thing. Like people, they like pool. People go golfing. Some people like to fish. Some people like hunting. Some people like making boats and intricate little models of stuff. Everybody got their weirdness. They got their little thing that they like to do. Mine is awareness and knowledge, whether it be through conversation, TV program, books, magazines, or scribbling on the wall. I'm always turned on by awareness. So that thirst for awareness, to know. And coming from not knowing, it's not just to know, it's that I didn't know. Now I know. That, whatever in between that, the journey from not knowing to knowing is my happiness. And so on that breath, I inform my music. I inform my music. My music doesn't really inform me in that sense. And let me put a disclaimer on that. But music does talk to me when I listen to it. And even further, like I said earlier, the crowd could teach me as well. I did this song. I really don't know. I believe, I've calculated, I have a good chance of it, but the way you're going to know is get in front of them and do the song. Now I've been educated. Now I can see the reaction. I can see who it is. I can see more girls screaming than guys. I can see more guys screaming than girls. I can see more blacks with their hands in the air than whites. I can see more whites screaming than black. I can see it all right now. And I could I go back, write the song a little better, go back, tweak the beat a little better. And this is how you stay timeless. But now one more piece on that, with genetics. So important, this new knowledge on genetic engineering or just molecular biology. What a great new science. And it's so funny because history has a way of repeating itself. Wow. Or should I say time pulsates in repeated, kind of like waves hitting the shore. So it just keeps coming and coming and coming. But once again, here we are at the genome. And the same way so many other discoveries are being found, have been found out, is the same way that Europeans are going after this discovery as well. An example. Right now, the Genome Project, they probably got more knowledge now as we speak. But right now, the scientists that are studying the human genome only have a parts list. It's like they have a car. They have a steering wheel, a wheel, maybe a radio, a windshield. But they don't know how to put these things together. They don't know how the car is. Is it a car? They don't even know what's the function of this. They see it functioning. And they say, okay, this is doing this and this is doing that. But we don't know why it's doing it. We just see it. We're forever outsiders. We can't hook up to the reality that we're watching. We're barred from it in a way. It's like they're locked out of it. You can only have an objective view of reality and true nature. And then you have a person like you or me that are living out their biology, living out their molecular biology unconsciously, which is the way you live it out. Unconsciously, we are living it out. It is activated, formed, and moving. They got terms like junk DNA. There's no such thing as junk DNA.
You just see it as junk.
That's what you see it, right? So you gonna call it junk DNA. There's no junk in nature. Okay? So just because you have 4 main proteins, cytosine, guanine, thymine, and adenine. These are the 4 proteins that make up DNA. Or the correct term is deoxyribonucleic acid. Okay, these are the proteins. But there's other proteins that seem to be dormant. Now, what we know about genes is that genes don't operate on their own. DNA doesn't operate on its own. It's a protein that reads the environment. And the environment of a protein is not just the physical environment, it's your mind. The things you believe, the things you believe, what you believe and perceive writes on your genes. It literally impresses upon your genetic makeup. So if you're constantly feeling sad, feeling worried, feeling depressed, your genes, this is the causes of many diseases, many depressions. This is the feeling sad or feeling angry all the time, feeling that. And this is what this society is trying to do. It's trying to create.
They're writing to the gene
to be
your long-term progeny.
That's right.
To be a certain,
That's right. That's right. To be depressed, to be sad, to be defeated, basically, unmotivated, de-energized, turn it down. That's what the society is actually trying to do. So those that find it within themselves to stay happy, stay joyous, stay energized in a society that's literally trying to break you down, this is a superhuman. This is a superhuman. Because everything that makes the human human is your DNA. I mean, everything. Like, the DNA is like, it's a little version of you. Matter of fact, cells are the smallest unit of consciousness. The smallest unit of consciousness is your cells. 100 trillion cells running through your body right now. Matter of fact, it's the same amount of cells in your body is the same amount of stars in the Milky Way galaxy. In fact, some scientists say even more. But we're all built fractally. So, yeah, you would match the universe like that.
Microcosm of the macrocosm. Of the
macrocosm. Right. Come on, bring it right back. That's right. As it is above, so it is below. The macro represents the micro represents the macro. So when you have that knowledge and you really stand on it, you live on it, say, wait a minute, I'm a smaller version of the universe.
That's right.
I'm not just here, I'm not what you are calling me or what this society is trying to turn me into. No, we know nature. Nature itself is a closed system. There's no death. Energy exchanges with each other. Now, what energy what energy are you? What moves you? What frequency do you pick up naturally?
I'm sure we was having this conversation. We was having this conversation on the way in. I'm not speaking to the camera. The man behind the camera is who I'm speaking to. He ain't gonna say
there is
nothing.
a man behind the camera, by the way.
You know, his camera didn't disappear, and he ain't going to say nothing. But we was kind of having that conversation on the way in regards to energy. And I think we was talking about, because just before you came, when did you land back in the UK?
About 2 days ago.
Okay, so we had.
You mean from right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, about 2 days ago.
Okay, which is just a shame, because if you dropped in at the reparation, would have said, "Hey, KRS, you need to come down and join us down at the." But they had the reparation march, which was, it was beautiful. But we was talking about the energy and the energy involved and everything.
Flashlights, canine dogs, and crooked coppers, automatics, tear gas, rams, and helicopters. All for marijuana on the East Coast every year, while California selling the high grade everywhere. It's crazy on the East Coast, considers urban enemy. While on every corner in LA is a dispensary. The country been split on this issue for a century. Why would a harmless natural herb lead to a felony? New York needs to catch up. The pace we need to pick it up. You know the prosecutors got big split it up. Switch the philosophy, think of the economy. Plants, herbs, roots, and nature's technology. We got the young ones. We see how the drugs run. We see where they come from. Governments are selling it. Everything 1 ton. They declare a war on drugs, but drugs won. We are not the dumb ones. We see how the drugs run. We see where they come from. Governments are selling it. Everything 1 ton. They declare a war on drugs, but drugs won. People taking risks cause they know that money can't come. The drug game is global, paying off 20 to 1. Who you telling? You don't think these politicians ain't selling? Doctors ain't selling? Cops ain't selling? While rocking your melon? Cop cars smelling like Cali Blue Drink. In New York, brothers like, what do you mean? I mean, switch the philosophy. Think of the economy. Plants, herbs, roots, and nature's technology. We got the young ones. We see how the drugs run. We see where they come from. Governments are selling it. Everything 1 ton. They declare a war on drugs, but drugs won. Brothers on that lockdown, sisters in that lockup. Things were good in the hood till the views popped up. Brothers getting shot up cause the system's unjust. It's segregated justice. It's just them and just us. Cops roam around like a gang trying to jump us into their plantation prisons. They want to dump us cause it's really prisons for the poor. It ain't about the money, it's about the drugs. It's what I'm getting handcuffed for. It ain't about the law. It ain't about the crime. Cause banks are paying fines, but they crimes all the time. It's a setup. Switch the philosophy. Plants, herbs, roots, and nature's technology. We got that.
It's Swiss. My name is JJ Bowler.
This is Shakara.
Isis Star. My name is Empress Amani.
What's up? It's the world changer McKellamine. You're locked onto Got Kush.
Got Kush.
Got Kush!
Got Kush TV, the conscious platform for all conscious people. Stay tuned.
There was empires in Africa called Kush. Timbuktu, where every race came to get books. My success to you, even if you wish me the opposite. Sooner or later, we'll all see who the prophet is.
Subscribe. Don't dess up.